From blink and you miss it background jokes to hidden story details fans still debate, these are the Easter eggs you completely missed in Malcolm in the Middle. Number 10. Malcolm's classroom background genius. At first glance, Malcolm's classroom scenes feel like standard sitcom filler. Teachers talking, kids reacting, nothing too special. But if you actually pay attention to the background, there's a ton going on. Posters on the walls often reference real scientific theories, advanced math jokes, and even subtle nods to Malcolm's intellectual isolation. In some episodes, the equations shown are completely accurate, not just random scribbles. What makes this Easter egg so great is how unnecessary it is. The writers didn't need to go that far, but they did anyway. It rewards viewers who pause, rewind, and actually look deeper into Malcolm's world. It also reinforces the idea that Malcolm isn't just smart. He's living in a completely different reality than everyone else. But if you thought that detail was subtle, the next one has been hiding in plain sight across multiple seasons. Number 9. The recurring broken furniture gag. If you've ever felt like the Wilkerson house is constantly falling apart, you're not imagining things. One of the show's sneakiest Easter eggs is how certain pieces of furniture stay broken across multiple episodes, and sometimes entire seasons. The couch with the weird dip, the wobbly kitchen chair, even that cabinet door that never fully closes. They don't magically reset like in most sitcoms. What makes this detail brilliant is how quietly realistic it is. Most shows hit the reset button after every episode, but Malcolm in the Middle treats its environment like a living, evolving space. The damage sticks, just like it would in a real chaotic household. It also subtly reinforces the family's financial struggles without ever needing to say it outright. They don't fix things because they can't. And once you notice it, you start spotting it everywhere. But as clever as that continuity is, the next Easter egg dives into something even more unexpected. Hidden references tied directly to Hal himself. Number 8. Hal's hidden musical references. Hal's over-the-top personality is already unforgettable, but hidden inside many of his scenes are subtle musical references that most viewers never catch. Throughout the series, Hal occasionally hums, dances, or reacts in ways that mirror classic songs and performance.
Art, Mona Lisa was by Da Vinci. Science, the radio was built by Marconi. Math, 9 is the product of 3 times 3. Natural history, Darwin said we all come from monkeys.
Some of his movements resemble old-school Broadway routines, while certain background tunes quietly echo famous melodies. What makes this Easter egg so fun is how it fits perfectly with Hal's character. He's unpredictable, dramatic, and completely unfiltered. So these musical nods don't feel forced. They feel natural. It's like he's living in his own performance half the time. For fans who recognize the references, it adds another layer of comedy. And for everyone else, it still works as pure chaos. This is the kind of detail that shows how much personality the writers packed into even the smallest moments. But if you thought Hal was secretly complex, the next entry proves one of the quietest characters might actually be the smartest of them all. Number 7. Dewey's silent intelligence moments. Dewey might come off as the odd, ignored younger sibling, but hidden throughout the series are subtle clues that he's far more intelligent than anyone realizes. Unlike Malcolm, Dewey doesn't show off. Instead, his brilliance slips through in quiet, almost throwaway moments, like solving problems creatively, manipulating situations, or understanding emotional dynamics way beyond his age. One of the best parts of this Easter egg is how consistent it is. Across multiple episodes, Dewey quietly outsmarts his brothers without ever needing recognition. Sometimes it's through music, sometimes through strategy, but it's always intentional. What makes this so clever is that the show never directly spells it out. It trusts the audience to notice. For fans who pick up on it, Dewey transforms from comic relief into one of the most layered characters in the entire series. And compared to what's coming next, this hidden intelligence almost feels subtle, because the next Easter egg flips an entire character's reputation on its head. Number 6. Reese's secret cooking talent callbacks. Reese is usually the last person you'd expect to have any kind of hidden skill, especially one that requires patience and precision. But scattered throughout the series are small, easy-to-miss callbacks that reveal something shocking. He's actually an incredibly talented cook. It starts as a joke, but the more you watch, the more consistent it becomes. Reese doesn't just make food, he makes good food. And not accidentally either. He shows real instinct, creativity, and even discipline when he's in the kitchen. What makes this Easter egg so brilliant is the contrast. Reese is chaotic, aggressive, and impulsive. Yet cooking is the one place where he's calm and focused. It adds depth to a character who could have easily stayed one-dimensional. And for fans who notice the pattern, it completely changes how you see him in later episodes.
Reese, no! Leave me in space! Move the oven mitts!
But if you thought that was a surprising hidden detail, the next one is even bigger, because it's a mystery the show never fully solves. Number 5. The Wilkerson name mystery hints. For most of the series, one question quietly lingers in the background. What is the family's actual last name? The show famously avoids revealing it, but if you pay close attention, there are tiny hints scattered across episodes. Occasionally, name tags are obscured, documents are cut off at just the right moment, or characters get interrupted before saying it out loud.
And now, with his valedictory speech, please welcome Malcolm.
These aren't accidents, they're deliberate teases. The writers clearly knew fans would try to catch it, and they leaned into that curiosity by almost revealing it, again and again. What makes this Easter egg so engaging is how it turns viewers into detectives. You start looking at every frame, every prop, every line of dialogue for clues. And even though the mystery is never fully confirmed, that's what makes it memorable. It keeps fans talking long after the show ends. If one of your favorite hidden details hasn't shown up yet, don't worry, because the top half of this list is where things really start getting legendary. And if you love revisiting classic sitcom moments like these, make sure you're subscribed because we've got more countdowns coming. But compared to this long-running mystery, the next Easter egg proves the show was quietly tracking time in a way most sitcoms never even try. Number 4. Background characters aging in real time. Most sitcoms keep background characters frozen in time. One episode, they exist. Next episode, they're reset or replaced. But Malcolm in the Middle does something incredibly subtle. Recurring background characters actually age and evolve over time. If you pay close attention to Malcolm's classmates or people in the neighborhood, you'll notice small but consistent changes. Haircuts, height, behavior, even confidence levels. These characters don't just reappear, they grow. It's not highlighted or explained. It just quietly happens in the background. What makes this Easter egg so impressive is how realistic it feels. It mirrors real life, where people change gradually, not all at once. It also makes the world feel bigger than just the main family. For longtime fans, it creates this strange sense of continuity that you only notice on rewatches. And as grounded as that detail is, the next Easter egg breaks reality in a completely different way. One that most viewers didn't even realize was intentional. Number 3. The repeating no fourth wall. Rule break. Malcolm talking directly to the camera is one of the show's most iconic traits. But here's the Easter egg most people miss. The rules around it are surprisingly consistent. It's not random. The fourth wall breaks follow patterns. In most cases, Malcolm is the only one aware of the audience. But occasionally, other characters react in ways that almost acknowledge it. Like they sense something's off.
I can't believe she's doing this. I just hate it when she treats me like this in front of everyone. It's so...
Take 3!
There are even moments where Malcolm stops mid-thought because someone interrupts him, as if the two worlds briefly collide. What makes this so clever is that the show never fully explains it. It sits in this weird gray area between narration and reality, making it feel intentional rather than just a gimmick. Fans who notice this start to see the fourth wall as part of the storytelling itself, not just a stylistic choice. And if you thought bending reality was impressive, the next Easter egg proves the show had an even tighter grip on continuity than anyone expected. Number 2. Hidden continuity in Lois's punishments. Lois's punishments feel chaotic in the moment, but if you look closely, there's a hidden system behind them. Across multiple episodes, punishments don't just disappear, they carry over. Groundings last longer than one episode, privileges stay revoked, and past behavior actually affects future consequences. In one episode, a punishment mentioned casually ends up influencing what the kids are allowed to do episodes later. It's subtle, but it's there, and it's incredibly rare for sitcoms. What makes this Easter egg stand out is how it reinforces Lois as a character. She's not just strict, she's consistent. Her rules have weight, and the show respects that. For viewers who notice this, the family dynamic suddenly feels more real and connected. And if that level of detail surprised you, the #1 Easter egg is on an entirely different level, because it's been hiding in plain sight from the very beginning. Number 1. The family photo timeline secret. Throughout Malcolm in the Middle, family photos appear in the background so often that most viewers stop noticing them. But here's the hidden detail. Those photos actually change over time, and not randomly. They quietly track the family's history. As seasons progress, older photos get replaced, new ones appear, and some even reference events we've already seen in episodes. It's like a silent timeline of the Wilkerson family's life, unfolding in the background without ever calling attention to itself. What makes this Easter egg incredible is the level of care behind it. These aren't just props, they're storytelling tools. They show growth, chaos, and memory, all without a single line of dialogue. For longtime fans, this detail hits differently on rewatch. You realize the show wasn't just about episodes, it was about a continuous life. This is the kind of hidden detail that perfectly captures why Malcolm in the Middle still feels so real, even years later. These were the Easter eggs in Malcolm in the Middle you completely missed. Which one stood out to you the most? Did we miss any? Comment it below. We might include it in the next video. Make sure to subscribe for more sitcom countdowns like this. Click here to watch our last Malcolm in the Middle video. Top 10 most awkward moments from Malcolm in the Middle. It's just as packed with hidden details.